Hi, my name is Steve Nam, and I want to welcome you to this training video. Before we go on, I want to let you know that if you have any more questions, you can just go ahead and find me at askstevenam.com. You can go there and you'll find more training over there. Alright, and welcome to this video training series. We are in part 4. Today we're going to get into the meat of building your own business online. And if you have not gotten the first 3 videos so far, go ahead and get them right away. And get caught up because we are going to head right in here today. So now that I've tackled the mindset that you have to have when you're trying to make money online, which is building a business and not going after an opportunity, the first question you want to ask yourself is, what market am I going to go after? A lot of people call this a niche, a market. This is a very important question. And so let's start by defining what is a market, what is a niche. Well, you probably already know what a market is, so let me just define what your ideal market is not going to be about. It's not going to be about selling a product or service to the whole entire universe, okay? I know that when I first started off online, and maybe for you as well, you thought, well, you know, what if I could just invent the next Google, or the next Yahoo, or the next eBay? I'm sure all of us would have loved to jump on that one. And you know, you look at stores like Walmart, and why didn't I just think of Walmart? You know, those are huge businesses. Yes, they do satisfy the needs of a whole huge population. But getting started online, you don't want to go after that. It's too large of a market. It's too large for you to get started in, and it's going to require too much work, too much money, too much energy that you don't have right now as one person. Not even me myself do I have. So large population, bad. Smaller population, better. Okay? And the second thing you have to remember is that you don't want to go after what nobody cares about. You don't want to go after a market that only you would love to make money in, but when you look around, nobody's asking for the product or the service. That would be foolish. So you want to find a market that has demand already. You want to find a market that is selling, has products that are selling already, and that's going to give you a good indication that there is a demand for the market and that you can be a supplier. And so at this point we want to ask, what is the ideal market to go after? Okay, well, there are 2 parts of it. On a personal note, you want to go after something that you love, that you are passionate about, that you are an expert in. That would be an ideal market to go into, and a great way to make a living online. That would be a dream come true. Again, I have to go back and stress that you need to make sure that what your passion is, there's also a demand for it. You want to make sure that people are in need of this product, are in need of this service, and hopefully you can bring those 2 together and you can create something that would be of value to people. We're not just about trying to get our passion out there online. That's great if you want to do that. But you know, if you want to make money online, you need to bring value to the marketplace. You need to bring value to people so that they can gain something out of you making money. So it's a win-win for both people. You want to bring both sides together. You want to bring your passion, you want to bring a demand in the marketplace. And when those 2 come together, then you can be providing value for people while enjoying and loving what you do. And that would be the ideal market. Now, I'm not going to fluff it up and say, oh, you know, this will be a dream come true, and by tomorrow you're going to get started on that ideal business. Many people have expertise and strengths in a great market to go into, and that's awesome. But for a lot of people, they are not totally experts, or they don't totally have a passion for markets that have a demand. And that is okay. That's okay. That doesn't mean you can't get started. And that doesn't mean that you can't build your dream business online. As long as you have a place to start, as long as you have a little bit of an interest in something, as long as you have a little bit of a passion in something, as long as you have a little bit of expertise in something, that's enough to get you started. And you don't have to stick with one market the rest of your online business life. I myself am in several markets right now, and I've and I've built them up, one at a time. So don't think you're stuck into just one particular market. But you do want to get started somewhere. So again, just remember, you want to find a place where you can connect your passion, where there's a demand. You don't want there to be no demand, and you also don't want there to be such a huge general broad audience that it's going to be hard to capture people, and it's going to be hard to really make a presence in that marketplace. And so a question I always get when I present somebody with this idea is, well, Steve, why would I want to go somewhere where there is already competition? Wouldn't that be hard for me to break into? And the answer to that is, it's great that there's competition. It's better that there's competition because that means that there's a demand for the service or product, and that also means that there's your slice of the pie that you can go after and get. And all you need to figure out is how you're going to provide value to people and rise above the rest of the noise. How you're going to be able to position yourself to provide something that will really help people. Now, am I saying that you have to be the best, that you have to be providing the best absolute service that is out there? No, that's not what I'm saying. You need to do your best to give your best to what you're doing. But there are plenty of products out there that are not the best, and just because one product or service is of great quality doesn't mean that others that are of good quality make no money at all. That's just simply not true. And since I'm in so many different markets, I can't say that I have the best kind of thing to provide to people, but I am providing a good service and I am providing value to them. And so, I do find people who want my service and who want to pay me to help them with what I know and with what I can bring to the table. So don't be discouraged by that. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be. You don't have to know everything. You just need to get started, and you just need to get in there. So I hope that's encouraging to you. I know me starting off, I was so discouraged in the beginning, thinking, oh man, I'm not as good as these other people, or I don't know if I'm smart enough to make a presence in this marketplace. And there's a lot of mental blocks that we go through, but the most important thing is that you have a passion for it, you have a little bit of expertise in it, you have some strengths in it, and that you can provide something of value to the marketplace. Okay, so let's get started. Let's try to figure out what your market is going to be. And you need to ask yourself a few questions. You need to ask yourself, okay, and I've said it again several times in this video, what do you love to do? What do you have a passion for? What do you have an expertise in? What are your interests? What are your hobbies? That can make you a very quick expert right away. Do you play sports? Do you play music? There's so many markets that you can go into, and you just need to stop and take a second and try and figure out what am I interested in? What am I passionate about? What is something that I could provide information to people about that would be of value to them, that would help them, that would educate them? Another question is, what type of schooling have you had? What type of training have you had? What type of jobs have you had? What kind of experiences do you have that you can transfer into information for other people, into a service for other people? And so start writing these things down, start jotting them down, start scribbling them down. And don't just stop there, don't just stop with yourself. Ask your friends, ask your family, ask them what they think. What do they see in you? What do they see as your passion? What do they see as your expertise? What do they see as your strengths? Because like I said before, you can go into other markets when they don't work out for you, or you can choose to leave a market, or you can choose to leave a certain niche or market when it's making enough money for you and you want to just kind of do something else. But every time that you choose a market, it's important that you figure out, is this something that you can really make a difference in? And if you're not going to add anything of value to the marketplace, come on, let's just be real with ourselves. Don't waste your time. Don't waste other people's time. Find something that's really going to bring those two things together, like I said before, your passion and where demand is. What you want to make sure you do right now is to find your niche. Get those ideas out, and you can go ahead and get started on the market research. I'll go deeper into that in the next video. I appreciate you watching, and I look forward to talking with you soon.